Hi there, I'm back with another plan with me. This time it's for the first week of May, May 1st through May 7th, and I'm using my new hot air balloons weekly kit. It's starting to feel a bit more like spring, and I saw a hot air balloon out there a few weeks back and was inspired to put together this kit. So let me give you a quick peek at it. We've got the front page that has our date and day covers, these ribbons, flags to cover these up, our top washi, our to do today, little things, and miscellaneous headers, and the divider strips. We've got our full boxes, half boxes, and the weekend banner, ombre dot checklists, habit trackers, and some heart checklists. And here is the things for basically the little things, the appointment boxes, the TV boxes, dinner boxes, and all of these dots, plus some other assortments down here. All right, I am just going to go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, so I always start with the top washi. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. What I really like about the month of May is that the word May is the shortest one, meaning this should fit nicely up here. Just a little too long. Let me grab my scissors. So last week was a bit of a weird week for me because I was traveling, so I'm excited to get back into a normal routine this week. I'm excited to already be in May. All right. I'm not sure yet what color I will use for these. I've got either that light blue or that like pinkish color, but I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna actually start with full boxes. In the full boxes, I've got 4 hot air balloon designs and 4 more deco style designs. So actually Monday is a pretty busy day. So is Tuesday. Monday's really busy, so I'm actually going to use one of these so I don't cover up as much of the hot air balloons. So I have those. So I like looking at these nice full boxes I put together. And on to the other half of the week. And you can probably tell if you've seen my other video from last week, I use the same general format for these weekly kits for the horizontal planner. So other than the designs and the colors, they stay the same. Because I really like this layout. And it's one of the few, like almost no white space ones actually probably the only one I've seen for the horizontal. So if you've seen one, let me know because I'm always looking for more kits to use. I'll put that aside. I'm now going to put my headers here for little things. Last week I actually put these headers on this side facing the wrong way. Luckily I used removable stickers, so later on in the week when I finally figured it out and noticed it, I was able to switch that up and put them the right way. Okay, those look great. Let's flip over and put some here. No, but honestly, if you know of any horizontal kits that are really a full coverage of stickers, because I just can't find any. Just please let me know, because I would love to buy some. Because it took me a really long time to figure out how I even wanted to use the horizontal planner. I just didn't feel like I had a lot of guidance. Okay, so there are the little things headers. Let me grab the kit. See what I want to do next. So I'm just gonna go like I always do every week and do my checklist for my today section. Let me see what order I want to go in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the pink color. It's just that color. Do a little bit of crisscross matching on that. Which is how I like my kits to have. I'm very much, like, I know there's a lot of kits out there that have 3 or even 4 colors that they base their designs off of, but I'm a huge fan of this simple 2-color design. I think it makes it easier for planning, because I really like to color block, meaning I like to match the colors or to interchange the colors. And when you just have more than 2 colors, that makes it a lot more complicated. It means you need a lot more stickers, so that every day you'd have enough to color block. So before I put down my last one, I'm going to put down my header for my notes section. Let me see what I did last week, or what I usually do. Gotta move back one. So last week I used that as a notes section, but I usually use it as a this week section. So I'm going to go back to that since I'm going to get back to things. So I'll grab my this week header and put it there. And then I'm going to grab my last, checkbox to put at the bottom here and get a header for that. I always use that section to mark my things that I want to clean for the week. This week, since I've picked up a few extra hours for shifts, I'm going to focus on less things than I usually clean. Okay. So that's pretty good. I'm going to finish this up by putting in my to-do headers. I have not had a chance to properly look at these stickers because I just printed and cut them, because I just wanted to get to planning next week, because as soon as I'm done planning for next week, I have to put together my plans for this month, for the new month of May. And that's going to take me some time. So, I mean, definitely my weeklies take longer, but for every month, I don't just do like the monthly spread. I also do a notes section and a memory section, so it takes time to put that all together in a way that makes me happy. Okay, to-dos are coming down. I'm getting a little bit better at placing these right the first time. And just, of course, as I say that, I get a crooked sticker in there. And a last bit of shout out to making removable stickers, because mine always feel like a mess. Looks great. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the dates, which is all on the first page. So let's go ahead. So Monday is the 1st. Monday is the 1st. Tuesday is the 2nd. 3rd. 4th. Oopsies. I like how these colors came out. I wasn't planning on going with a pastel kit, but I mean, I love pastels, but it ended up working out that way, which is always fun. Okay, and let me go ahead and put those down. So how I put them down is I don't cover the date up here. I cover it along here. It just gives me a lot more room for my today section, I find. And I actually really hate how they mark the new month with that big flag, because I was always scared my stickers wouldn't properly cover that. Okay, let's get the 3rd on there, and the 4th. And while I'm over here, before I forget, because I seem to, oops, that's crooked. I seem to forget almost every single week. I need to put today headers under there. So I'm just going to do that now before I finish up the dates on the other side. Just because I always end up having to shift everything a little bit because I forget to put these suckers in. It's because in the vertical you have a very defined area, usually, where these headers go. So it's harder to forget. But I feel like horizontal planners are a little more freeform, so gotta remind myself. And we flip over, finish up the dates. I've got Saturday and Friday first, and then we'll stick Sunday on there. And I am going to use this last piece right here, but not just yet. I want to put down this section right here first. I'm putting the habit tracker in there. I just like putting that first just so I can see how the coverage is down there. So let's go ahead and place my today headers across the top here. Okay. Again, I'll wait on that one. Let me take a look at how I usually do it. I mean, I do the same thing every week, but I always seem to forget. Actually, interesting. I'm actually not going to use this one. I might use it somewhere else in the week. I'm actually going to use a half box down there in the notes section. So now I guess I can use these while I'm here. I like for these to kind of alternate what's happening here. So on this one, I'm going to use the pink. And on this side, I guess I'm also using the pink. So this week it's pink flags to cover it up. Although I really kind of like this peach color going on. I might play with that color more in the future. Flip that over. I really like working on the putting down stickers when it's closed and like facing all directions. Let's put the scissors aside. All right, great start. Let's bring the kit back out, see what's next. So I have all of these, and now I'm gonna save. I'll put my habit tracker down there. I'm gonna use the blue one. I use this, or not a habit tracker, a weekly planner tracker thing. I use this to plan, let's grab this, next week. And this is where like I do my very basic pre-planning for next week. So I have much more intense than that. And then here I will actually put a half box later on. So for now I'm actually done with this page of stickers. So I'll set that aside. I'll need these later, but for now I'm done with it. So now we move on to using the half boxes. And all these half boxes correspond with these designs. So it's very basic. I just place them right up here for my today section. So I'm just gonna jump right in and get this done quick as I can. So I've got most of the things for the week put down, but I still need to put in my divider strips as well as get a weekend banner down. So that's what I'm gonna work on next. So for this week's divider strips, I was really conflicted as to what I wanted. Just because there's not like a third obvious color to use other than white. So I went with a really light gray. Kind of reminded me of the color of clouds. So it's going to be very subtle, and by that I mean you're barely not going to be able to see it, but I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump in to cover this up. And you're going to see the black through this. A little bit. I don't really care that much. I know a lot of people who are perfectionists with these, and when they put together their weeks, they are amazing at them. I'm really not one of those people. I pulled that one a little tight quickly, or when I was pulling it up, and I kind of ripped it. Yeah, that's one of the problems with these divider strips, because they're so thin, because I mean the divider thing here area is really thin, that when I go and pull them up real tight like that, I rip them. Lay that down nicely. And there we go. And it didn't fully cover up that Teacher Appreciation Day thing, but again, I don't care that much. Next, I cut it a little short. And I've said this in videos before, the reason that my dividers are always made longer than they need to be is plainly just because for some reason, every time I get one to someone, whether it be for myself, a friend, customer, whatever, they're always either too long or too short. No matter, like, I did ever change the settings, I could print and cut the exact same file, but they were always too short or too long. And I decided to just make them all extra long, just because it's better for them to be long and you have to take a second to cut them than for you to get strips that are too short and don't cover up your dividers. And it gets annoying for me because they were always the perfect length for mine. But I'm glad it makes others happy to have a divider. Okay. And I need to work on making some of my boxes a little bigger. I made them the like perfect dimensions for this planner, but I'm learning through this and then through talking to other makers that you need to make it a slight bit bigger, because when you cut them, especially with my blade that's getting a little dull, I've got a new one on the way though, it has a tendency to just make the box a little smaller than you need it to be. And I can definitely tell on my full boxes and my checklists. Oops. So as you can see, this came up a bit. So I'm going to cut that off and like finish it off with scraps. I mean, I'm definitely not a perfectionist when it comes to my planner, because I got into planners and stuff like this because I am an unorganized mess. And I needed something to keep me on track. So the process of using stickers, making kits, putting this together, and it just looking real cute is one of the few reasons that I keep on track with a lot of my goals for the week, a lot of my to-dos, and just in general makes me feel a lot less flustered. Just because that feeling of thinking that you're forgetting something just drives me insane. So I've gotten better at it over the last 2 years of using this planner, just writing down everything in like pre-planning mode or like sticky notes everywhere, and then putting it together nicely once the week rolls around. So now I'm just going to put down my weekend banner. I'm still using my same old design. I'm going to carefully pull that up and set it down. I'm definitely looking for a new weekend banner design, just because this one's kind of getting old and is a little bit more fragile of stickers to pull up. Just because, and you can kind of tell, it's got all these little sections, and if you just pull it up real fast, which I used to do, you have a tendency to, like, whether it be rip the actual sticker, which I've done before, and it's like tragic, or just pull these up with it and make it harder later on. And that's just super annoying. So, let me put this aside, And there it is, my week all put together. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick pause. I'm going to go grab my pre-planning for next week so I can start filling in my actual plans for the week. So I'll be right back. All right, so in addition to, of course, my weekly kit, this one, I'm also going to be using some dot stickers. I keep them all in this little mini binder, which is the reason all my kits are this size, because they perfectly fit in here. These are just dot stickers. I know I'm going to be using the one for bills and probably the social media one. But other than that, I'll also be using word stickers to mark some things. For sure, I'm going to be using work. I'm going to try to, sometime in the next few weeks, finish off these work word stickers so I can maybe change up the colors a bit. So I'll put this aside, take a look at my pre-planning note card, and get started. I'm actually going to start by putting in all of my work for the week. So I'm going to open this up and take out my work stickers. So I don't work every day this week, which is really nice. So let's start off on the beginning of the week. I'm just going to use yellow throughout the entire week because I never get a chance to use yellow. So I work Monday. Tuesday is a day off, and I'll put down day off stickers as soon as I grab them. I work Wednesday. Grab some more of these in my hand. And Thursday. I work Wednesday and Thursday. Although Thursday is a really short shift. I'm excited for that. Friday, I asked for the day off. I've got a special event. And then I do work Saturday and Sunday. I like working Saturday and Sunday because Saturday is a really busy day at work, meaning you don't get a chance to be bored, which is sometimes those other days it gets so slow that there's just nothing to do. And put that down. And then Sunday is a really slow day, so you get a chance to clean up after everything on Saturday. I work at a hotel, by the way, if that helps explain what I mean by a slow day versus a busy day. So it's a little hard to see probably in the camera, but I like it. I don't need my work stickers anymore, unless I want to put one down here for because this is where I mark my hours. Don't have any yellow ones, but that could be a good place to use up one of these light blue ones. Oh yeah, I like that. Great, so I'm using up more work stickers. So let's put that away and grab day off stickers, which I'm also using up pretty quickly, and mark some of my days off. So I don't want to use yellow again, just because I kind of don't want that to match. So I'm actually going to use this orange color. So it's still in the same family of colors, but just a little darker. Maybe that'll show my excitement about days off. Alright. Stick those aside. That is looking great. So, let's grab the kit back in here because I know I'm going to need a lot of it. I'm actually not going to need the first page at all. So, on Monday, I have 2 bills due. So, I'm going to use my only 2 bill due stickers that are with this kit for that. Let's see what order I want to put them in. Monday is a blue, so let's start with a pink. And that's kind of what I mean by color blocking. I like to, it's not color blocking per se, it's more like color alternating. Actually, I've got a lot going on Monday, so I'm going to shift this bill due sticker up, just in case I need the space. So I'm trying to put most of that in my to-do list, because I plan to sleep in on Monday, so I won't have as much to get done in the morning. So I'm actually going to go back to this and bring out my bill dots. They're basically just dot stickers that represent different bills. So the 2 bills that I have due is a gas bill and a water bill. So for my gas bill, it's just pink. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. This is what represents gas, just kind of like fire. And then for water, I'm going to grab this water one. Those are cute. I feel like I don't get to use them that often just because I don't have that many bills due every week or every month. There's that one, and I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, it'll cover that up a little bit. All right. Also on Monday, let's see, I need to upload a video, so I'm just going to use a pink appointment box. Yeah, I'm gonna use a pink appointment box to mark that. And again, I will grab this. I've got some social media stickers that I don't get to use the YouTube ones as much as I'd like. So let's go with that blue color again. So I'll need to upload a video then. I've got some other projects I need to work on that day, and I'm gonna put those in my to-do list, or maybe make like a small extra checklist right here. All right, so moving on to Tuesday, excited about having the day off. I need to take the trash out on that day, but I'll put it under my to-dos. There's a contest I need to enter that day, which is why one of my to-dos on Monday is going to be to finish up the project for that. I'm also going to put out, it's a craft with me video. It's just I do a lot of arts and crafts. So that one is a contest. I need to just upload the picture of the project I made, and I'm just going to use the exclamation point to mark that. I'll remember to put that down. And I've got a lot of cleaning to do on this day, just because I get the day off. I like to use those days to clean, just because the days that I work, I get to cleaning, but I never do it right. So I've decided to just give myself those days off from cleaning and just do it on different days. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do laundry, because I don't want to do laundry this weekend, or this last weekend, because I'm filming this on Sunday. I don't want to do laundry today, basically. So I have enough clothes to get me to work on Monday, and I'll wear PJs on Tuesday while I do stuff around the house. But I very much need to do some laundry. And other than some little things I need done, basically that's all a Tuesday, which is exciting. Wednesday, I'm back at work. Got a really long day, but it's also trash day on Wednesday. I take the trash out the night before because the trash people come so early, but I need to remember to bring in the trash cans after they collect, because I tend to forget that, and my neighbors get upset with me. And then I'm working on a special project this day, but I'm going to put it under my to-do list for Teacher Appreciation Day. I don't think I'll have time to finish any of the projects I want to by Tuesday, but I'm going to be working on those on Wednesday a little bit, because I'm making some custom cards that I'm going to cut myself. They're going to be 3D cards, and hopefully I can post some videos of me working on that. So Thursday, I just have work. I don't really have anything planned other than work. It's a short day of work, so I'm going to try actually to get some cleaning done. That would be very nice if, I think, because I just have so much stuff, it feels like, that I need to start going through it, especially now that it's spring. So Friday I have the day off because I have a fun meeting to go to. Choose pink. So I will put a half box up in here to mark that meeting. And I will use another one of those exclamation points, my last one. Sometimes I like using the cars for those because it means I gotta go to the meeting, but that one's, yeah. So the meeting is not gonna take very long. Most of that is just I need to make sure I get everything I need to for the meeting, so I'm gonna make a checklist probably here, or just put in my to-do list. So other than that, I really have the day to myself to relax a little bit. So if I don't get any other cleaning done, I'm gonna all push it to Friday. Saturday, I am back at work. I'm working a double, so I'm gonna have time for nothing. So my camera cut out a little bit, but I just finished putting down this for an appointment on Friday. Sunday, I need to film a video, and then I put down my 2 habit trackers. Usually I use one of them to mark Instagram, which I am still going to do, So I grabbed one of my Instagram stickers and I'm putting that there. And the other one I usually use to mark cleaning, but I'm actually going to use it to mark, I have a dollar bill sticker, and I'm going to use it to mark no spend because I am going to try to not spend any money this week, which is always a challenge, especially because I love buying stuff, especially on Etsy. And this all did remind me I had one more thing to add for Tuesday, but I can't really fit it on here. Usually for this, I would put down an appointment box, but really, there's no room for one. So I'm going to grab these again. It's $2 Tuesday, and I'm running another $2 Tuesday sale. I don't do it every week, just because I'm usually too busy that day to go ahead and post the sale and advertise it. But I think I have time. I'm basically going to discount most of my sheets of stickers. I'll put it right here, and then I can make my first to-do on Tuesday to mark down the prices. I guess at midnight. Could put it on Monday, too. Because I tend to start those sales early so I can go to bed. So, setting this aside, I think I'm done with everything except for putting in the actual information. So, let me move these out of the way. So, I am going to go grab my pen, start filling these in, and get back to you. Okay, so I just finished filling in what I could. There's actually really plain. I'm actually using a Pilot G205 pen, but this is everything I have so far. Thank you for joining me. It's been really great to put this together, get back to my normal schedule. I'll put links down below for anything I used or mentioned. And again, thank you for joining me.